Israeli Air Force has hit several targets in Syrian territory in recent weeks. On September 8, 2019, Israeli F-35I Adirs struck positions at the Iraqi-Syrian border near al-Qaim and al-Bukamal. The same target was hit again on September 17. The target is alleged to be an Iranian military base. The interesting point to note is that it seems F-35s are able to strike at well even though they have to navigate over areas protected by S-300 and S-400. In this video, Global Updates reports on the inability of Russian S-300 and S-400 air defense system to detect Israeli F-35I Adirs over Syria. Let's get started. Subscribe to Global Updates for videos like this. Reports have emerged that Russian S-300 and S-400 missile systems which are presently active in Syria failed to detect Israeli warplanes flying over Damascus. The Israeli news outlet NZIB, citing several military sources, published the flight route of the Israeli warplanes which carried out the mission. The link to the report is provided in the description section of this video. As per the route, Israeli warplanes which are reported to be F-35s by undisclosed sources not only entered the Syrian airspace but also flew for almost several hundred kilometers over the area protected by Russian S-400 and Syrian S-300 air defense systems. The revelations have great implications since Russia had previously warned Israel of its readiness to respond adequately, but it seems that the Russian air defense systems present in Syria are ineffective against F-35s. Russian warplanes also did not attempt to intercept the Israeli F-35s, which may indicate that Russian air defense systems not only failed to engage the F-35s but they were not even able to detect them. Russia has deployed S-300 and S-400 in Syria in its quest to support of Bashar al-Assad regime and to protect its own assets fielded in the country. S-300 and S-400 are long-range air defense systems, S-400 being the upgrade of S-300. The surveillance radar of S-300 tracks objects over a range of 300 kilometers or around 185 miles. S-400 is equipped with radar that a range of 600 kilometers or around 380 miles. It must be noted that both of these systems have additional target acquisition radars, 67N6 Gamma D and 9N6 Protivnik G radars in L-band, Niveau SVU in the very high frequency band and Niveau M and ZVU-M in multi-band, to aid the main radar. S-300 and S-400 deploy multiple missiles to cover their engagement envelope. Here are the missiles. 1. Short-range 9M96E, 40 km or 25 miles, with an active radar homing head, having the capability to intercept targets flying at a speed up to Mach 2.6. 2. Medium-range 9M96E2, 120 km or 75 miles, with an active radar homing head, having the capability to intercept targets flying at a speed up to Mach 3. 3. Long-range 48N6, 250 km or 155 miles, with an active radar homing head, having the capability to intercept targets flying at a speed up to Mach 14. 4. Very long-range 40N6, 400 km or 250 miles, with an active radar homing head, having the capability to intercept targets flying at a speed up to Mach 14. This is available only with S-400. S-300 and S-400 are designed to take on saturation attacks. They do it by having immense firepower at their disposal. Each S-300 and S-400 battery consists of a number of transporter erector launchers, TELs, and each TEL has 4 launch tubes. In a standard configuration, a single battery has 4 TELs, but there could be up to 16 TELs per battery. So, depending on the number of TELs commanded by the S-300 or S-400, They can simultaneously launch up to 16 times 4, that is 64 missiles. This means that saturating S-300 and S-400 battery is very difficult. The Lockheed Martin F-35 Lightning II is a 5th generation, single-seat, single-engine, all-weather multi-role fighters. The Pentagon began the F-35 program in 2001, intending to develop a cost-effective replacement for U.S. military's F-15 fighters, F-16 and F-18 fighter bombers and reconnaissance aircraft, and A-10 close air support warplanes. Apart from the United States, the primary customer and financial backer, several other nations are also part of the program. Israel is the first country outside the US to acquire them. It has already got deliveries of several F-35s and has plans to acquire around 75 of these. The acquired jet is named Adir, meaning the strong one, and will be operated by the IAF's Golden Eagle Squadron, which is based in the Nevatim Air Base. F-35 is developed from grounds up to be stealthy. Its external structure is designed to deflect signals away from the emitting radar, which makes it hard to detect or track. This is done by having no sharp edges or protruding elements and having a smooth external curvature. Also, it has a coating of RAM, radar absorbing material, that reduces the number of signals getting reflected. F-35 has low radar cross-section, RCS. Against X-band radars, it is stealthy from front and rear. Against S-band radar, it is stealthy from the narrow front aspect. Against L-band radar, the limited reduction is achieved from direct front. Classified techniques have also been used to reduce the heat signature of F-35. This thermal profile management of the jet makes it difficult for infrared, IR, homing missiles to target it. It is a very low observable, LO, platform. On paper, the capabilities of Russian S-300 and S-400 are daunting. Because of this, the systems are acquired or are in the process of being acquired by several nations in massive deals. China is equipped with S-300 for more than a decade and is the first country to acquire the dreaded S-400 system from Russia. It has received its first S-400 regiment in July last year. Russian media reported that China's People's Liberation Army rocket force has successfully tested S-400 Triumph air defense system in December last year. As per reports, S-400 shot down a simulated ballistic target about 250 kilometers, 155 miles, away and traveling at speed of 3 kilometers, 1.9 miles, per second, or almost Mach 9. Recently, Turkey went ahead with the decision to purchase S-400 even though it put its relationship with the US and NATO in jeopardy. The US decided not to sell F-35 fighter jets to Turkey because of the S-400 deal, and it could also lead to sanctions. On October 5, 2018, during India-Russia bilateral annual summit held in New Delhi, Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Russian President Vladimir Putin finalized the deal of S-400. India will get 5 regiments of S-400 and the contract is worth $5.5 billion. These purchases indicate that several nations are convinced with the capabilities of S-400. But F-35's ability to evade the S-300 and S-400 put into question the effectiveness of the system against genuine 5th-generation stealth fighter jets. There are no official comments from the Russian side about the incident till date. Viewers may note the Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu had earlier said, standing in front of an F-35 Adir jet during a visit to the Nevatim Air Base, lately, Iran has been threatening Israel with destruction. It should remember that these planes can reach every place in the Middle East, including Iran, and of course also Syria. The assertion is coming true, and seemingly Russian, Syrian as well as Iranian air defenses can do nothing about it. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos like this and press the bell icon for instant notifications. Hit the like button if you find the video interesting and kindly provide your feedback in the comment section. This will help us improve.